she's not. Over here. Okay. Start now.
We've been starting to do photo.
Surround sound.
Why would it surround the computer has no speaker here? And here I am actually thinking I can actually move all the speakers to put in my living room.
He's a special cookie.
The key being in the living room and the speaker built in. You're using built-in speakers on your You. Yes, the built-in speakers suck.
He's 75. He's 75.
You use a speaker that's built into your radio.
So you say you can still do about 20 words a minute?
Give or take. I just went from a straight key to a lemon. I'm kind of struggling.
Oh, okay.
I'm getting back up there. I think once I get it down, I'll go back to general.
We want to do a lot of CW costumes.
And then they double check the wires and everything.
You don't know.
You know?
Yeah, I got sorry. I just they had to be
So do you any comments?
I don't have time.
Sorry to interrupt. Can I have your attention, please? Thank you very much. Old Steve. My name is Steve. Old Steve, but I was just called. Thanks.
No,
Love you too.
Little
Little Steve? I wish.
Well, he's big Steve.
My name is Steve Duskin. My call sign is NE5SD. I'm the current president of OCAPA until they can find somebody better or less stupid. We're going to start introductions back in the corner with, you have to say your name and your call sign if you have one.
Kilo Fox 5, November Delta Uniform.
Janice.
I'm Janice.
My mom.
There's someone sitting right here.
Amy, my wife. I'm AA5 Katie Dwayne.
Vicky, K-A-I-U-I-O.
D, WD5G.
Okay, we're going to not go this way. We're going to go this way.
Darren Ford, K2ELF.
I'm Brian, KG5ZFK.
Mignon, KC5HJU.
Linda, N1LPN.
Linda's friend, right?
Yeah, Linda's
Nurse,
friend.
right?
And KC1CQ.
Nurse, right?
No, 911 dispatcher.
911, okay. Memory, oh, sorry.
All right.
Back, Jeff.
Jeff, WD0GT.
Jim and 5 always have.
Kevin, KC0MLJ.
Susan.
Me too.
The chair across from you, Kevin, is your wife?
That's my wife.
And she's coming now.
Okay. Everybody applaud. Okay.
Susan. Wife of Timmy.
Okay.
I'm Jathan, KC5 ELF.
I'm Natalie.
Natalie, you're shy. Come on. Okay.
Ron, KC5, KCD, girlfriend.
Okay, Griffin.
Glenda Hartzell.
We're gonna do this table, right?
Glenda Hartzell, his wife.
Bill Hartzell, N3, Whiskey Sierra Hotel.
Tom, WA9AFM, XYL, Judy.
Melvin, KF5, PWF.
Behind the camera.
Behind the camera, Bill, N5NUK.
Next man.
Eric, K3UUF,
Clarence, KD5IBY.
Noises here.
Levon, KG5GWO.
David, KE5R&W.
Steve, number 2 for tonight, K5IB. Okay, anybody did not,
And Sam.
oh, Sam, okay. And Mac just walked back in.
Mac, K2GKK.
Thank you. Terry,
KB1Z2.
Terry, who are you?
Oh, W5TJS.
Thank you. Okay, I think that's everybody. The tickets that are being handed out right now are for the drawings that we're gonna have as soon as we finish the introductions and a little bit of business. Welcome. Sam,
Hi, I'm Sam, KI5, SAM.
thank you.
Treasurer.
Does everybody have a ticket?
No, I don't. Unless you give it to my wife. Okay. Okay, so if you're on our club roster or have given us your email, we mailed everybody out the meeting minutes and the current club roster and the statement of the club, which covers all of our business and tells you who's in it and who's not in it. What I would like to do, being that this is a holiday season and everything, we have lost friends dear and families dear this year and the year before. I'd like a small moment of silence for them and remembrance if we may.
In 2022, the following OCAPA members became silent key. Daryl Brem, WA3 OPY. Wally Brown, W5 OKC. Judy McDonald, KA5 BJS. Linda Richardson, N5 OJP. And Andrew John, K2 NYY.
Thank you. Well, you get ready to start the drawing? Done?
Remind everybody what's the statement of conditions and minutes?
I did, sir.
Okay, good.
This is my public information officer, so. There should be a young lady and a young gentleman standing outside. Can you
There's a young lady.
Bring her in. Where's she? You're cute. Come on in.
Okay.
Come on.
You get the movie.
You too, sir. These are the two wonderful people that are taking good care of us. Remember, it's the holiday season. Be nice with your kids. Thank you very much. We appreciate it.
Okay,
But
you have one more duty to perform.
Okay. The rule is, the person who wins
Hang
the
on, we gotta read the
ticket
rules first.
has to pick the next ticket. Okay, so,
Hang on.
yep,
We have to have a reading of the rules.
reading of the rules, sorry. Go ahead.
Wait, wrong rules. Okay.
The comedy team of Tom and Steve has failed again.
Our first,
Sorry?
Sergeant Schultz.
No, we haven't got there yet. Schultz was fired, we needed Pierre.
our first prize, very nice parts bin.
Are you reading the rules or is that over with?
No, that was a joke.
That was a joke.
You can go. Thank you very much.
I'll just read the last three. 9,
Okay.
2, the suspense is killing me. 4, 9/24. Ah, okay.
There's one mouse trap in there, by the way.
Less suspense.
Next.
Tom, less suspense. Less suspense.
Okay. Memorial Marathon blanket. An official flashlight. Going to 915, 915.
Here.
Ah, okay. Didn't go as far.
Oh, you got it.
I don't know anybody's, Chief, I don't know anybody's name. How am I supposed to do?
Next is a magnetic work light. Where's the lights up very nicely. That goes to 946, 946.
Bingo.
In the far corner of the room, okay.
You have to draw for you get your prize.
Next, another parts bin. Who's gonna get that? Who wants to read it right from there?
Just read it from there.
937.
937.
Bingo.
Bingo.
It's slightly different labels. A different label, different molds, but internally, it's probably the same thing. Probably coming out of the same Chinese factory.
Oh, Lego kid. Lego kid holder.
0. No.
Okay.
940.
Another blanket and flashlight. Ah, your mom.
Oh, that's,
Good plan.
that was a ticket for an empty seat, so.
Now, that was yours.
That was mine?
No, I got it.
That was an empty seat.
I did take one out to.
Yeah, you don't get it.
But you'll take it. You'll get it.
Throw one of those chairs over there.
Okay, next we're giving away the newest version of grounding and bonding by
Good reading.
Ward Silver. We asked him at Contest University, what's in version 2? And he said it's correcting all the errors we made in version 1. We're also giving away iambic key, donated by Wayne Angles, 85 KD. And these are 3D printed, right?
Wow.
Okay, so the EM people do not stand up. 911. Winning number is 911.
I think Dad's gonna get this one.
You're gonna have to learn Morse code
I
now.
want the original version that Chairman today.
Just read it, Terry.
918.
918.
918.
Magnet work light. Really works.
That's great.
Really worked.
Well, let him, don't tell the price first.
Okay, what's the prize, Tom? So Terry can read.
And the prize is a 12-pack of AA batteries, the most commonly used battery.
922.
Right here. None of us read.
Tom, read the prize.
I think that's the one that ran out of the
Another mag, another mag work light.
920.
920.
920. Ah, sitting right next to each other.
Trying to hide there from your hubby.
What's the prize, Tom?
And the prize is, I think, yes. Oh. A bottle of the finest of the vintner's art from the Richardson Vineyards.
Ooh.
Has a,
That's what we went to the car for, Terry.
Yeah.
it's vintage, about 4 o'clock this afternoon.
927.
Yeah, you got it.
927.
There you go.
There we go.
Here, I'll hold it for you.
We have a digital voltmeter going to
945.
945.
Bingo.
Is that my
Bingo.
ticket?
This is your ticket.
I already have one. Redraw.
Redraw. Said redraw.
You have to draw
You
now.
don't have one, right?
Excuse me.
You've done been put in your place.
Yeah, here it is.
929.
929. Ah, there you go.
Thank you.
You got to draw.
Draw.
Hey, Steve, your wife said she didn't have one.
Actually, she does, because I've got two.
Oh.
Community property.
We have an
921.
921 long wire,
That's yours.
49 to 1 Ballon,
921.
921. It was a clean draw.
What did I tell you, the one I wanted?
Let me finish the ad.
Oh.
These are manufactured by Wayne Angles, 885 KD, and he donated them this evening. They're interested in end-fed long wire antenna Ballon.
Tom.
What?
He's dead.
Yeah. Pat says that's an empty chair. So she wants to donate it back.
Okay.
Carrie got a little carried away on giving the tickets out.
We got a
Okay,
redo.
that's the next prize anyway.
There was some, okay.
Next prize.
What's the draw?
Is that the price?
Yeah.
Yes. 926.
926, right here. Snuggle up into that and read your. Got it?
Read the call plan.
Look here, Thomas.
Nobody
Another
reads the
12
call plan.
batteries.
947.
947.
Matt. I'll give it to him.
Come back.
Batteries.
You can always do that.
Draw a number, Matt.
Draw a number.
Okay.
Thank you.
And the winner of
Okay, you're gonna wait that way, yeah. Okay.
This one is mine.
Next is a Lowe's gift card and another key from the Angles Ironworks going to
938.
938.
That's
Well,
930.
Now you're gonna have to learn how
I
to
don't win one. I'm gonna have to talk to you.
You didn't know that.
I just cheated on that. I just bought a website here.
the prize is
A plug-in strip.
How many jewels?
And it's a 10-foot cord. Now, in case your plug is 11 feet away, you've got the world's shortest extension cord. And that goes to
Lowe's used to sell them.
917. 917.
I could just say, well,
That's a great one.
Oh, yeah, I know, I've got a bunch of them.
better than nothing.
and we have a tie wrap kit. And whenever you put tie wraps in, you gotta trim them off, so there's a set of nippers in here also.
Hey, well, now that's worth it. Now this one Harbor Freight.
39.
939.
31.
30. 30.
There you go.
Wait for it.
Starts with a 9.
Solder aid. One of these little thingies that holds the wires together when you're soldering, and that goes to
With a magnifying
A
glass.
third hand goes to 914.
914.
914. Well, there you go.
You know, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if I use the claws or my fingers.
We all know that soldering can be very nerve-wracking, so we got another bottle of wine.
What time is it,
Or you
man?
roll batteries in your veins.
930. 930. Woo.
That's all we need is a
Don't make me drop the wine.
drunken counselor.
Yeah, thank you.
Okay.
I've been meaning to stop by the
Got a-
liquor store lately.
Fine tool pouch. That goes to
13. 913.
913. That was a fair drawing. I had nothing to do with it. You might want to look inside.
Is that your
It didn't the flashlight go with it?
That might take
No.
Christmas dinner.
There's also a Home Depot gift card.
Before or after.
Yeah.
Okay, gift.
Another tie wrap kit.
More tie wraps.
Okay.
We reversed the numbers. 931.
931.
There we go.
There you go.
Take out sutures too.
And finally, another marathon blanket, a flashlight, and just to keep your toes warm in the winter, a set of marathon socks. And that goes to
932.
$932. There you
Socks
go.
won't fit. The socks won't fit.
Yeah, give those back.
Okay, that's
Okay.
the
Okay.
regular.
If everybody would gather up all the tickets on their counter and I'll come down and pick up all the trash.
Oh,
Keeping with tradition,
We're not done.
we've always given away a painting from the Duskin Gallery. And this year is no exception. You keep that. He's putting that.
We got 2 more
This
drawings.
is donated by Pat Duskin. It's called Elf in a Puddle. I didn't name it, Miss Duskin did. And all of the tickets were put back.
Yes, yes.
What did you call that?
Thank you, Pat.
Been trying to get one of those for years, haven't you?
yeah, we have one more.
Oh, dude.
I thought that would have been the grand. Oh, that.
Yeah.
Once you did it.
You want to throw this in there too?
I haven't collected any of them. I wasn't told to.
Okay.
That,
Well, let's
that,
not. Let's
not
not.
now, because they're scattered all over.
Oh, I use those too.
Next,
Okay, drum roll, please.
I'm on it right now.
The club, who owned the 6 meter? It was Bill. You have the 6 meter, right?
he's got a 6-meter radio.
Okay. We have a
hang
club
on.
trophy. It
Hang on.
is a 6 meter radio that has been passed down from generation to generation, hand to hand. And the rule is if you win it, you have to add to it. And then it goes to somebody else next year. Okay?
I think Sam's ready to get it.
And don't go to the lawyers if you get it, because crime victim hadn't got anything to do with it.
Just so there's no question about drawing it, whoever wins it, etc., we will now have a reading of the rules.
The rule.
Rule number 1, the current custodian
Bill?
is not eligible to have custody for another 5 years.
When did you change that?
Rule number 2, if you had the radio within the last 5 years, you are also not eligible to have custody. Till 5 years have passed from the time you did have
I
custody.
gotta repeat that one again. If you haven't had it in the last 5 years,
Yeah,
you're eligible, right?
ineligible.
Ineligible, Sam.
You are not
I'm
eligible.
sorry.
Rule number 3, if an unlicensed spouse or spouseling ticket is drawn, the radio goes to the licensed damager in the family. Okay? Rule number 4, if the new custodian spouse is also licensed, you are on your own as to who gets the radio. Rule number 5, the 2023 custodian, which will be decided this evening, must bring the 6-meter radio back at the 2023 OCAPA annual Christmas dinner, explain and demonstrate the upgrades made to the 6-meter radio. Okay? Rule number 6. There is no rule number 6. So, Bill, the stage is yours.
There's no tickets in there, what are you doing?
Then it reverts to the previous one.
You know, you didn't.
You gotta see who it is.
You didn't.
Okay. The lucky custodian for 2023 of the 6-meter radio, maybe. 935. Lucky you.
Come on up. You said Gary.
Hey, the rule says I gotta explain all this stuff, so there's no reason.
Yeah,
No, but he has to take it from your hands when you finish.
You explain it and then you award it to him.
Oh, yeah, okay, have a seat. When I get done, I'll award it to you.
Okay. Hand it, not throw it.
I can't lift it. I can't tell you how long I've been waiting to do this. At ease. I can't tell you how long I've been wanting to do this, but it's been at least a year. Well, the old box was in terrible shape, so I got a new box that's a little better. New wrapping paper, just to keep you guys straight, especially the new guy that gets it. I've got top, this side up, arrows pointing up, because it needs to sit in one way. And so that you can reuse it, I carefully, using my trusty knife that I won one time here, and for the next person that gets it, copy of what I'm going to be saying so you can reproduce it. Wiring diagram, Morse code, wiring diagrams, and all that good stuff. The very first mod that I made to it is the microphone is dangling on a cord, getting in my way. So I was either going to cut it off or put a mic hanger on it. So I put a mic hanger. That was the first important one. Okay.
You need someone to hold it for you?
No, I don't, it's going to take you too long. Oh, I know what I'll do. All that stuff out. Put that back on. That was the first mod. Hand me the box and close the top up. And we'll see if that'll hold.
You'll have to turn it upside down.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Turn the box upside down.
Yeah, turn it upside
Like
down.
this?
Yeah.
Down more. One more.
Inverted.
I don't want to tear up the
Flip that out of the way.
There you go.
There you go, now flip the box. There you go.
It took me longer to figure that out. Okay. This is the new 6-meter radio. Well, almost. It was originally 6 meters. Yeah.
Turn it so you can show
But-
them the 6
Here.
Say what?
Show them the 6 meter.
I got to operate it more, so I'll need to have it right here. Don't get me a coffee cup. Okay. This covers about 40 cycles to about 6 gigabytes, or 6 megacycles. All inclusive, including 6 meters. It's now all bands, all freaks, inclusive, from about 4 hertz to about 6 gigahertz. It's primarily AC, AM carrier wave, but with the all-powerful sidebands and the terrific splatter, it also covers double sideband, unsuppressed, FM and UHF, VHF. All bands, freaks, modes, except no CDMA or sped spectrum. I had to do that to keep it legal, more or less, so that it didn't interfere with cell phones. It is over the horizon, back scatter, side scatter, and any other kind of scatter. With multiple spurious aluminum, spurious emissions, which helps it cover all bands, modes, and frequencies. It has a unique CW keyer, which I'll go into, an RF power supply, a hyperbolic antenna, a dish antenna, high gain, transmit and receive, and 3 different ways to safely monitor your output. All of these items are going to be explained along with the acronyms I'll be using. I have not yet received FCC type approval, and doubt it. However, DARPA, anybody heard DARPA?
Yeah.
DARPA's looking for it, and me. What I'm going to cover first is the operator side. This is not your standard keyer. I understand 2 gifts iambic keyer was given out. This is an advanced iambic keyer. Iambic pentameter. Now, those of you that probably went to high school and college before the mid-'80s, you had to take English lessons. And in English, you had to take literature and poetry. And one of the modes of the poetry is pentameter. 5 lines, 5 words. What is CW? Up to 5 dits and dots, right? What was the purpose of pentameter in the literary field? To give a smooth flow of the verse. Now, many of you CW guys, especially those of you that have mastered it, you tell me that you can recognize a guy from 4,000 miles away pushing CW by the way he is sending it. Well, the same with this poetry pentameter. What this iambic pentameter key does, it gives you a smooth, melodious flow of your ham fisting so that you can be recognized anywhere. Hence, iambic pentameter.
Can we see the hand action again?
See what?
The hand action again?
Don't ask me to dance.
Where's the hose skirt goes with it?
No.
Now,
No.
you notice it's mounted vertically, the keyer. That is to make it ambidextrous, right or left-handed.
Wow.
Either can use it. Now, consider if it was mounted this way. In order, a right-handed person could use it if it was mounted that way. But for a left-handed person to use it, you'd have to take it upside down and rotate it so you could use it left-handed, and in the process, jeopardize your feet if you through the laser beam. It going down instead of up. So that's a built-in safety factor.
No, it's long path if you point it down.
Pardon?
Long path if you point it down.
Oh, yes. Back up from it when you do it. Okay. As powerful as this thing is, it's operated by a CR something or another 25 or nothing 3-volt lithium battery.
So, are we gonna turn it on? You wanna
Hey,
turn
that's
it
the
on?
rule. It's got to operate. Not yet.
Okay.
Not yet.
We might throw a bolt all the way and knock the moon out.
From the battery, you have that, and by the way, I got this stuff all labeled for you. From the battery, you have the volume adjust. Now, the volume adjust the volume coming out of this little speaker thingy. The volume adjust is a curve like this. So, it's a built-in safety feature. And it's across the voice, what do you call it? Audio spectrum. If you turn it down too much for bass, you're going to have things jumping around on the table. So that automatically attenuates the volume coming out. If you go too far to the right for the high-pitched stuff and you start breaking glasses and bulbs and stuff, it automatically attenuates the high end. So right now it's adjusted right in the center for the normal hearing.
That'll
eliminates about half of us. 'Cause
What?
we can't.
Well, I won't cover that. Okay. And like I said, the audible portion, and there are other means, which I'll get into. The audible portion comes out of this little thingy. Or, uh-oh. Good to go. Okay. This switch is called the power induction switch. Power induction switch. In the left-hand position is the PIS off. In the right position is in the PIS on. Not ringing any bells on that? Okay.
Here we go, Bill.
Yeah. Okay. Now, I'm going to move from there up to the top.
So is that gonna knock out anybody with
Up here on the top, for those of you, let me see, I'll do it this way. It's easier for me. Judy's afraid I'm going to knock everything off.
No.
Me too. Ah, okay. Up here on top are two more parts of this monstrosity. Over here on the left is a Hy-Vee. For those of you that are hearing impaired, like me, I have a Hy-Vee. Anybody want to guess what that means? Hearing impaired visual indicator. That lights up every time the key's down, just like you can hear it or not hear it. But that's the Hy-Vee. Here is the dish, hyperbolic, transmit, receive, all band, all frequency, all mode, antenna. Now, you might not be able to tell it from afar, but it's I specially handmade this thing so that up here at the top the rim comes in just a little bit, so that any stray laser emissions and galloping ghosts that go around in here will be again redirected up and not out in your eyesight. Likewise, whenever you're transmitting, if you dare, you can actually look like this and you can see the blue laser coming out. You definitely don't want to put your head over it. The gain roughly figured with my post slide stick. Anybody remember what a slide stick is? Two of you, and you're older than I am. Okay. It's about 1,010 dB. Powerful antenna. The laser beam is blue, about a 1/8 inch focused beam. It's blue because I didn't want to make it red because you could see it during the day and the night. This is a stealth piece of equipment. Now, I didn't want to use green because you can still see that if you ever seen these red and green dot lasers on your pistols.
Hey Kevin, can we use that up there at the EOC?
So I used blue. Blends in with the sky. It's hard to see during the day and it's hard to see at night. So it remains stealthy.
Colors that bad.
So, most of us amateurs, we deal in vertical or horizontal antennas. Vertical antennas is normally omnidirectional. Horizontal antennas are kind of omnidirectional depending on how you do it. This is neither.
You're right.
It's polar galactic directivity, PGD. Polar galactic directivity. In other words, you got 360, 360, you have 129,600 degrees of directivity. It just, in other words, you just point and shoot. Its effective radiated power is going to surprise you. And I'm going to save that till later, till I go over the operation of it. Back here on the back, we have three principal parts. You have the RF high power tubular power supply. You have the BSM, and you have the BSCRD. No test, I'll tell you what they are. With respect, get this up here where I can read it now. With respect to the high power tubes, they're miniaturized. They fit nicely right in here. They're fed from somewhere over here in the keyer. They feed in here somewhere. And what we have is 10 1.5 kW 3CX 1500 AF high power RF tubes for a total of 15 kW. In series, feeding in series, 5 50 kilowatts Clystrons totaling 250 kilowatts, also in series. Using dBi calculations out of my 1966 electrical engineering manual, we get a total power of 265 kilowatts. Coming out up here, feeding into this magnificent antenna, which I will cover here shortly. The miniature power tubes and associated wiring can be seen all wired up in here. Now, in the process of the next several pieces, I did have to use some of the internal existing wiring and capabilities. The BSM. This is the Bolemic Shitsky meter, or BS meter. Now, don't confuse this with the Shotsky. The Shotsky Class C or D amplifier, I think, or maybe that ain't even right. But don't confuse it with Mr. Shotsky. This is a Bolemic Shitsky meter, BS meter. So, if you're hard of hearing and can't hear the little speaker over here, and you're colorblind, can't recognize the green light, then you have the BS meter to watch. Now, when I first started engineering and putting this together and testing it, I blew out 3 meters because of the BS load. So I finally found I gotta get this right. I finally obtained a large enough rectifier and BS load resistor before I got the right amount of BS tolerance load so as not to blow out the meter. However,
What happens if you're blind?
one of the things I didn't mention at first when I talked about the keyer, warning, key down, no more than 2 seconds. If you can't get a dit and a da off in less than 2 seconds, maybe you ought not be using it. But anyway, because after when you get to about 5 seconds, this is pegged. The case starts getting warm. After about 10 to 15 seconds, it starts turning red, and I stopped at that point. So 2 seconds down max. Likewise, it'll reflect in your BS meter. To help me get the BS load down within tolerable amounts, this orange thingy here used to be a speaker with some of the internal stuff and a couple of mods on the back side of it. I turned it into a receiver, and it's also wired as a load to the BS meter. And this is called the BS collector receiver discriminator. This discriminates between the various load levels of BS and normal non-BS stuff and helps work the BS meter. Okay, we're going to give it a try.
Does it track Santa Claus?
I'm sorry, I can't hear you.
Does it track Santa Claus?
Does it track Santa Claus?
Do what?
Does it track Santa Claus?
No. Built-in safety feature. No Santa Claus. Okay, what I'm going to do now is turn on the PIS switch. Say again?
Go for it.
To the PIS on position. That arms the volume adjust, the tone, the BS meter, and basically everything else. The power then goes to the audio tone for adjustment, which is already set. And in parallel goes to the speaker, the Hy-Vee, and the BS meter, as well as the BS CRD, all at the same time. And from somewhere over here behind it, the wires go through and start feeding the input of all these miniature tubes. Like I said, the gain of this bowl is 1010 dBi, or dB. Now, when I key this, the effective radiated power, no BS, the effective radiated power is going to be 267,650,000 watts riding a blue laser beam of 1/16 inch width. Okay, I'm going to go key down. Well, fortunately, it'll go straight through and won't hurt anything.
You know there's a sprinkler above your head, right?
Yeah, but I ain't going to hit it. Okay, be real quiet. If you cannot hear the tone, look for the green light. If you can't see it where you're sitting, look for the BS meter. One of the three or all three will tell you the level of BS in this room. Okay. Oh, yeah, we're pretty high level. You notice the meter maxed out. Didn't hit it.
And we didn't set the fire alarm off.
I'm going to slant it a little bit. You might be able to see the laser. If I aim it over there above everybody's head.
Oh, thank you.
I'll let you know that I took it out in the backyard. I'm an amateur astronomer and I got this really neat telescope. Sighted in the moon a couple weeks ago when it was great big. Got this into my geo, whatever I said, aiming. And I aimed it at the moon, holding it. Another versatile thing is you can hold it like this and still key down. And I keyed down, and in about 2 seconds, I saw a little puff on the surface of the moon, just to the right of center. Kind of like what Tom describes on the solar, what do you call those things coming off the sun? Solar fingers, whatever you call it. Just like that. And I said, holy cow, I hope I didn't do that.
I think
So-
your BS meter's awfully high right now.
So I called Mount Palomar out in California, the observatory, and I says, hey, told him who I was. Well, not everything. I told him I was looking at the moon, and it looked like there was a finger of dirt or something coming off of that, like the sun. He says, call me back in 15 minutes. So I did, and I called him back in 15 minutes, and he had reoriented his telescope. He says, we don't see anything up there. So I picked this. I said, well, I'm going to keep looking. So I picked this up, and my first shot missed dead center because I hadn't taken in the movement of the Earth and Moon. Well, I cocked it a little to the left and hit dead center this time, and Mount Palomar said, I saw that. That's when I turned it off and hung up. I don't know if they have caller ID or not, but DARPA did. Okay. Like I said, when I tested the transmitter, I blew the 3 meters, I shot the moon, called Mount Palomar, etc. In the receive mode. Warning, warning, warning. In the receive mode, this serves great to hold your cup of coffee or your soda when this is sitting as a boat anchor to help hold your desk down while you're sitting there keying on your non-iambic pentameter keyer, okay? Well, I had it sitting there one day like that, with my cup of Java in there. And when I reached over to get it, I just naturally reached for the box so I wouldn't tip the box over. And when I did, when I got the cup about right here, I hit the key. Instantly, the cup disintegrated like a cup of finely granulated sugar, just hanging there. And right above it, my coffee was vaporized in a cloud of mist. And I jumped back. Due to the weight, the two collected amounted to about a tablespoon of Java mud. Didn't hurt it, it's waterproof. Hence, I guess maybe that's where the only thing remaining of the cup, just to prove to you it happened. That's all that was left. So, I'll send out an SOS. I need help. To the new victim and recipient, this is the OCAPA new radio. OCAPA cross-banded amateur portable accelerator radio. It's all yours.
Along with all the BS.
That's all I got, folks.
Okay, Tom, I assume that that's the end of our facilities and everything?
You want to hit the third one?
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah. I'd like to thank everyone for coming. It was very, very nice to see you all here tonight. Great company, great crew. Bad jokes around. I think we pegged the BS meter before the radio came out of the box, but you know, yes. Please leave good tips for our hard workers and have a safe and happy holiday, whichever way you celebrate, however you celebrate it. Be kind, be thankful, and we will see you next year. Thank you.
Merry Christmas, everybody. Merry Christmas and a happy hangover.
Yeah.
Well, that's
Drive safe. Hey, in the last 2 days, I almost hit a 3 deer running across the road.